أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Dear students, welcome in Pakistan International School, Taif, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Virtual Learning System, Session 2020. I am your teacher, Adnan Sabir Mirza. This is English for grade 7. The name of the book is Guided English. Today is lecture number 9, lesson number 6, Old Greek Tales, page number 28 and 29. This is the textual pages, and the exercises are 29, 20, 30, 31, 32, and 33, and last is 34. So it is from 28 to 34 pages. So inshallah we'll try to cover as maximum as possible. So we start in the name of Allah. Lesson 6, page 28, Old Greek Tales. Many of the world's best stories were first told long ago by the Greeks. They used to tell stories of gods and goddesses, strong, wise, and beautiful, who sometimes came to earth and mixed with people there. Sometimes they helped the people of the earth, sometimes they rewarded them for good deeds or punished them for evil. Sometimes they played tricks on foolish people to teach them a lesson, as in the story of King Midas. King Midas loved gold more than anything else in the world. His greatest pleasure was counting it. One day he was visited by Bacchus, pronounced by Bacchus, Bacchus, one of the Greek gods. Midas had once helped Bacchus, and in return Bacchus offered him a gift. What can I give you? He said. What brings you happiness? Midas thought of a moment and then decided. Let everything I touch be turned to gold, he asked. Bacchus laughed loud and long when he heard this, but he agreed. He told Midas that as soon as the sun rose next morning, he would have the golden touch. When Midas woke up the next day, he found that Bacchus had kept his word. The golden touch. This is about touching the things. The first thought that came to him was the bedclothes seemed heavier and much less soft than usual. Looking at them, he realized that they had turned into gold. So he had his pillow. So had his pillows. He stretched out his hand and touched the bedpost. They too immediately became pillars of solid gold. He jumped out of the bed with a glad cry. He had been given the golden touch. As he dressed, his royal robes of crimson and purple changed to cloth of gold. When he moved about the room, his footprints on the floor showed the same precious metal. His sandals, as he slipped his feet into them, became golden. Overjoyed, he went from room to room, touching things here and there. One and all, they were changed into gold. Hangings, rugs, chairs, and tables, even a bird in its cage. His magic touch transformed them all. Going into the garden, he breathed deeply the scent of roses and lilies and other flowers. How lovely they looked when the dew upon them. Midas touched them lightly, thinking to make them lovelier still. The scent and the color faded, but to Midas, the golden blossoms on their stiff golden stems seemed much more beautiful than they were before. Well, well content, the beginning to feel hungry, he turned to the place. On the way, he picked up a handful of small pebbles from the path and rejoiced to see how they at once became nuggets of pure gold. Still clutching them, he sat down to breakfast. If the servants thought their master dressed dull and colorless compared with his usual brightly hued robe, hued means colored, brightly hued robes, robes means dresses. Midas at least did not guess their thoughts. Breakfast looked and smelled delicious. Fresh bread, butter, honey, little trout fried to perfection, juice in a tall flagon. Midas said to with good appetite. Alas, alas, the instant the food touched his lip, it turned into gold. So did the juice. It seemed he could no longer eat or drink. He grew more and more unhappy. To add to his distress, one of his little daughters, his favorite child, came weeping to him, a golden rose in her hand. Look, she sobbed, something dreadful has happened to the roses. They are faded and yellow, and they have lost their sweet smell. But this is a golden rose, exclaimed Midas. It will never fade. It is worth more than 1,000 roses. I don't care, cried the child, stamping her foot. I hate it. I hate it. She threw it from her and came to sit on her father's knee. Saddened by his child's tears, Dad put his arm around her, trying to comfort her. Then the terrible thing happened. The soft, warm little baby became hard and cold. Instead of his darling daughter, Midas held a little golden statue in his arms. Then indeed was he in despair. His servants came running on hearing his cries of grief, but he commanded them to keep away, saying that he was accursed, clasping his little daughter, his lips pressed to her cold cheeks. He groaned in anguish. Satisfied, friend Midas, murmured the mocking voice that he remembered. The king threw himself on his knees before the god. Take away this curse from me, he implored. I was mad to ask for such a gift, but surely now you have all the gold you desire. The mocking voice continued. Are you still not content? I had forgotten that there are things much more precious than gold, said Midas sadly. My little daughter, the flowers she loved, friends, even a cup of cold water. He buried his face in his hand and wept. You have learned wisdom, said Bacchus in a kinder voice. Your heart has though not become as harder and unfeeling as your gold. Had that happened, then indeed I could not have helped you. Go now to Pactolus, the river that flows past your garden. Bath in it, and its water shall wash the curse from you, and restore what you have already changed to good. Midas lost no time in carrying out the command. Without pausing to remove his golden robes, he plunged into the stream. As he rose to the surface, spluttering, spluttering and panting, he saw that once more he was clothed in his usual crimson and purple robes. Anxiously he touched the flower on the river bank. It remained unchanged. Eagerly he filled a pitcher with the healing water and hurried to the place where his little girl lay. He poured so much of the water over her that she was astonished and gasped as she sat up. Are you trying to drown me, father? Together they went out into the garden where they sprinkled the roses and the lilies and the other flowers. Together they rejoiced to see how the natural colors and perfumes came back to them. It is it is said that the love of gold and the desire for it left Midas along with golden touch. Certain, certain it is that he destroyed his treasure house and spent his treasure for the good of his people, as if to remind him of his folly. However, his daughter's hair never lost its golden color. And it is true that the sands of that river have a golden king to this day. So this was the end of reading at page 29. So now let's move to the exercise. Yes, here we are. Comprehension and vocabulary. These words are taken from the passage. For each one, give another word of opposite meaning. Soft, lovely, content, dull, colorless, warm, satisfied. So, actually, exercise A, the first exercise is about the word meaning. We have some words and we have to answer them in opposite. But before doing this exercise, Let me tell you, my dear students, that we have done the reading of the old Greek tales. It is a very good story. There are very good words. It is full of rich vocabulary. It is full of difficult words as well. So I want you to write the difficult word, the meaning of which you don't know. You write all the words, no matter if they are 100 or if they are 50. You write them in your notebook. Then find out their meaning. Find out their meaning from the dictionary, from the Google, or from the dictionary, wherever. But do some work, and it these words will be yours when you find out the meaning and when you write it. So this is good for your vocabulary, and your vocabulary will improve your expression. I'm promising you. So do this exercise for me and for yourself. So the word opposite exercise A: soft, hard, lovely, ugly, content, unhappy, dull, bright, colorless, colorful, warm, cool, satisfied, dissatisfied. Exercise A, end of exercise A. Now exercise B. Exercise B. List A contains words taken from the passage. List B consists of words from phrases of similar meaning as used in the passage, but in the wrong order. Put them in the right order. So at page number 30, we have these lists. You can see them here. I will show you in full. 1 minute. Yes. Yes, this is the list A: crimson, transform, stand, nuggets, clutching, delicious, appetite, distress, accursed, precious, restore, fully. So in front of crimson, it is written lamps, deep red, change, delightful to taste, under a curse, perfume, grasping, very valuable, foolishness, bring back, great sorrow, desire of food. Now the answer keys are in front of it. You will write column A and then column B. You will do it like this. But you make two separate columns, A and B, and write the answer in front of it, like crimson, deep red. Here you can see the lines have also been joined. I don't want this crisscross like this. Make it one side this and the other opposite to it, like the answer key. Crimson, red, deep, transform, change, sand, perfume, nuggets, lumps, clutching, grasping, delicious, delightful to taste, appetite, desire for food, distress, great sorrow, accursed, under a curse, precious, very valuable, restore, bring back, holy, foolishness. So do this, do all the exercises in your notebook. Exercise C: answer these questions. This is very important, always very important, because these are the questions answered from the story. So answer these questions in short, simplest sentences. First, I will read the question. What will you do? You will write the question first, and then you write the answer. Okay. Where were the bedclothes? Why were the bedclothes heavier and less soft than usual when Midas awoke? Number two, were the bedpost gold when he awoke? Be careful. Number three, how did Midas feel when he first discovered that he had the golden touch? Number four, give two ways in which real flowers are better than the gold ones. Number five, explain what first made Midas unhappy. Number six, why did Midas tell his servant to keep away? Number seven, you have learned wisdom, said Bacchus. What had Midas learned? Number eight, when did Midas first know that he no longer had the golden touch. Number 9. Midas poured so much water over his daughter that she was astonished and gasped. What does this tell us about how Midas felt? Now we have answers here. I will read it for you. These are the 9 answers. You will write question number one first, then write the answer number one. So in this way, you will write the 9 answers. Now see, the bedclothes were heavier and less soft than before, as they had turned to gold cloth. Number two, no, they weren't. They turned to gold when King Midas touched them. Number three, King Midas was absolutely delightful when he first discovered that he had the golden touch. Number four, real flowers are colorful and they have a sweet smell that flowers of gold do not. Number five, when King Midas, with his appetite sharpened by the delicious breakfast laid before him, tried to eat his food and drink his juice, but they turned to gold. He felt unhappy of his golden touch for the first time. Number six, Midas ordered his servant to keep away because he did not want any more humans to turn to lifeless statues of gold. Number seven, Midas learned that gold and wealth are not the most important things in life. It is most important to have family and friends and nature all around a person. Number eight, after bathing in river Pactolus, King Midas touched a flower on the bank which remained unchanged. This made him certain that he no longer had the golden touch. Number 9. Midas felt very anxious, anxious or worried. Slash means anyone. Anxious or worried and was desperate to get his daughter back in her human form. So this is exercise 7. Now let's move to the language structure. So, what is the complement? So far, we have mentioned two kinds of sentence. The first had a subject and the verb, but no object. The car arrived. In the last lesson, we discussed this. The car arrived. The car is the subject and the arrived is the verb. The second kind had a subject in the verb and an object, a person, thing, or place that received the action. I saw the boy. I is the subject, saw is the verb, and the boy is the object. There is a third kind of sentence. Look at this. This is she became the house scene. The sentences are incomplete or unfinished. They need something to complete finish them. This is called a complement. Okay, when you put something that is so much important that without them your sentence is incomplete or unfinished, and but when you put them in, they not only complete the sentence but they are also called the complement. This is the pencil. She became captain. The house seemed empty. Sometimes the complement is a noun, pencil. Sometimes it is adjective, empty. We can say she became captain. That is a noun. Or she became sick, adjective. When the complement is a noun, we can put adjective before it and adjective phrase after it. This is a new red pencil with a rubber at the top. Now, exercise A, add adjective and prepositional phrase to these nouns. So I have done this from the exercise. There are sentences and the answers. What you have to do is write exercise A and write what you have to do. Add adjectives and preposition phrases to these. And these are the questions. Number one, he became a respected teacher. The answer is he became a respected teacher with a reputation of for patience. Okay, you can do like this. Number two, she was a pupil. She was a hardworking pupil in the new school. Number three, his father is a doctor. His father is a famous doctor in the city. Number four, Hong Kong is an island. Hong Kong is a thriving island on the southeast of China. Number five, this is my brother. This is my older brother in the white gown. White gown. Exercise number B. Exercise B. So I've taken the questions from the book and the answers are also given. So exercise B is sometimes a compliment may be a phrase. Complement theme sentences using the phrases. Uh, what you will do, you will do the language structure exercises A, B, C. Whatever we do, you will do in your notebook. These are 8 sentences. My sister is in good health. My sister is in good health. This is the example. Number two, the ship is dash. The ship is in the harbor. The teacher was. The teacher was in a temper. I will read the answer to you now. The matter is of no importance. This is the additional part. The machine is out of order. The father is in a hurry. The children were out of breath. The sick man is out of danger. Okay. We need a full stop at the end of every sentence. Now exercise C. Here again you see that complement of sentence may be a noun, captain or an adjective free. Exercise C. Finish these sentences by adding nouns or adjectives as complement. Number one. The judge found the prisoner. They called the baby. We made merry. Number four. They named the ship. Five. They appointed Mr. Bukhari. Seven. Six. The pain was driving him. Number seven, the hot sun was made the grass. Number eight, we painted the house. Number nine, your words have made me. Number 10, they crowned him. Uh, as you can see, some pen work was done. I have done some cleaning on the book because I had an old book and some answers were wrong by some students. So I had to work out all the answers for you. So students, I have done very much hard work for you. It took a lot of time to prepare for the lesson. So do whatever we are doing in your notebook. The first the answers are you will add in the end of each sentence of these 10 sentences. Like number one, the judge found the prisoner innocent. You will write innocent. Number two, Mariam. Number four, some soup. Number four, uh, they named the ship the Khuda. You can write any name, no problem, no problem. But at least I have shown that if it is a proper noun, you will write with capital letter, or it should be sensible. They appointed Mr. Bukhari principal. Six, the pain was driving him mad. Mad, there is no need of M capital. I think M small can also serve smaller M. Number 7, the hot sun was making the grass dry. The paint we painted the house yellow. Number 9, your words have made me think. Number 10, they crowned him king. So this was the end of exercise. Uh, exercise C. Now the last exercise is useful words and phrases. Look, the car looks very old. That is a page number 34. You look tired. She looks like an angel. It looks like rain. It is probably going to rain. It looks like rain. Please look after my book for me. Look out. Here's the car coming. I'm looking forward to see you soon. Be sure to look after yourself while you are away. Now, exercise is say these sentences in another way using look. You seem to be healthy. You will take care of my young brother. Take care. Please, the picture has an interesting appearance. He has the appearance of a robber. I think that it is going to rain, judging by appearance of the sky. I hope that you will take care of your little sister. We all hope to see him soon. These are the answers for you to make you easy. I'm not giving you such an assignments to give you chance of making mistakes. That's why I'm doing it for you. No need of thanks, just do it. This will be a thanks when you do your work in your notebooks and you learn it. The learning is more important. The first thing is more important to do the exercises in your notebooks, and the most important is the learning. Learning is the reproduction stage. This is a stage when you prepare for your exam. Number 1, you look healthy. Number 2, will you look after my young brother or younger brother? That is young brother. The word which is used you cannot change. Number 3, look out. Take care. Look out. Because we are supposed to use the word look. Number 4, that picture has an interesting look. 5, he looks like a robber. Number 6, I think it looks like rain, judging by the look of the sky. I hope, number 7, I hope you will look after your little sister. Number 8, we all are looking forward to see him soon. So, students, best of luck. This is the end of your lesson number 6. So, number 1, again, I'm repeating. Number 1, find out difficult words and write them in your notebooks and find out their meaning from any possible meaning. The translation should always be English to English. Think in English, write in English. Okay? Or if you feel it's easy for you, you can write in your native language, like in Urdu, like in Arabic, like in French, like in any language, like Afghani, like Bengali, no problem. Okay? So, but you should know the meaning from English to English. Number 2, do all the exercises which I showed you on the screen. Write the question, write the answers, write the statements, and uh, write the name of the lesson, date, and every heading, name of every heading completely. Do it yourself. Okay. So this is all from me for now. Inshallah, see you in the next lesson. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.